President Trump says if the U.S. cannot come to an agreement with countries on tariff rates, they could revert back to the numbers he laid out last week. He implemented a 90-day pause yesterday on most tariffs he imposed last week. The 10% tariffs remain in place, and goods coming from China are now subject to at least a 145% tariff as the president and China go back and forth with retaliatory measures.
A 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs gives little comfort to business leaders in Pierce County. Some see it as a time bomb that, if enacted, will blow up balance sheets in the coming months. KOMO's Joe Marino looks at the measures business leaders are taking to prepare.
Local manufacturers that count on imports and exports at the port of Tacoma have much to lose if tariffs remain front and center.
Businesses thrive with predictability and certainty.
We have a lot of members that are challenged.
Mike Fowler with World Trade Center Tacoma and Andrea Reay with Tacoma-Pierce County Chamber say local businesses are scrambling to sort out the economic landscape that seems to shift by the moment.
We have machinery companies that are having serious competition in their exports from Europe, for example, because their costs have gone up and retaliatory tariffs are hurting.
Searching out new sources for materials that bypass nations with high tariffs is one way of offsetting rising costs, but hard decisions are now on the table, including layoffs and price hikes for customers.
It's good that hopefully we have 90 days where we don't see unemployment rise, right? We have 90 days where we're able to help, mitigate, some of those things.
Although double-digit tariffs on dozens of nations have been put on hold, the baseline 10% tax on imports from all countries still remains.
There is collateral damage when we take a sledgehammer to some of these really complex trade agreements, versus a scalpel.
President Donald Trump is moving fast to erase a trade deficit and invigorate domestic manufacturing. But the tit-for-tat tariff war is wreaking havoc locally.
Our ecosystem doesn't like jolts, and so we need to be planned and we need to take this step by step.
Joel Marino, KOMO News.
The high tariffs on China are especially tough here on Washington State. China is our second biggest source of imports behind Canada. Consumers could see prices on those goods soar in the coming weeks.